Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we're gonna actually start Nightreign reactions. I know I still have a lot more of the base game Elden Ring and Shadow of the Erdtree content to react to, but you guys seem really adamant about having me react to Nightreign as well, so we're just gonna go ahead and do a video, see how I like it. Maybe I'll intersperse Nightreign amongst all the other Elden Ring content. So today we're going to react to Caligo Miasma of Night. And it's 7 minutes long, so this is probably the only one we're going to react to today. But yeah, let's get right into it. Love the piano. You know, the piano kind of reminds me of rain, like the raindrops falling. Not sure if there is rain when you're facing Caligo, but the piano kind of emulates that a little bit. Man, okay, so with the low strings and brass kind of doing that bum, 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 bum sound, it definitely emulates footsteps, and I don't know, something about this track really feels like there's a lot of regret or very tragic has happened to the character. It sounds almost as if like maybe they're too far gone, like they become consumed by the night, because the way the music is composed, it definitely doesn't feel like they're gung-ho about fighting you. You know what I mean? There's definitely something to it that's very lamentative and melancholic and things like that. So much sadness and mourning. I'm assuming next phase. love that major chord. Okay, wow, there's a lot going on here. I'm gonna back up a little bit because I did really like that major chord that we heard with the choir and everything. Again, it kind of gives a little sense of hope where the rest of the track so far has felt pretty hopeless, right? So I really want to know what the backstory is for Caligo because it definitely sounds very, very sad. We're gonna start a little bit back here and see if I can get that major chord again because that was beautiful when it came in. There. Back to those footsteps. Is there a third phase? Must be. Yes. Oh. I really like that there is a bit of like dynamicism in this track. There's a lot of moments where, aside from where a phase will end and the next phase will pick up, but there are other spots where a lot of the instrumentation just kind of dips out and then it leaves a much more sparse section. Like that violin, the solo violin that we heard, right? There wasn't too many instruments happening when the violin started and then it kicked back up and then all the other instruments came right back in, right? So I really like that there is some contrast in terms of the like dynamics and also like how many instruments are playing at the same time, because it gives your ears a chance to breathe a little bit and prepare for the next like bombastic section. So that's a really great way to make sure that your players and listeners do not get like fatigued. It seems like they're trying to do what they can to mitigate against that and also, you know, just kind of even develop the melody even more so. Ending with just piano? Nice. So that's the melody. Da, 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 da. So Caligo starts and ends with piano. The beginning, there are a couple other instruments happening. You're hearing vocals and some strings and things like that, whereas the very end, it's literally just the piano and nothing else. But there is something kind of tying those two parts together, right? The very beginning and the very end, they both have that piano. So the piano kind of ends up being that unifying instrument. And I do think it's a really great instrument for Caligo because, again, based on this music alone, it definitely feels like Caligo is more anguished in general. So again, very curious to know more about Caligo, and eventually we will play Nightreign, so I will be able to fight Caligo as well. Thank you, Bandai Namco, for sending me a code for Nightreign. I'm super excited to play that game once we finish Elden Ring and Shadow of the Erdtree. Thank you guys so much for the suggestions. I have a lot more Nightreign tracks on my list. Hopefully Caligo was like a good first one for Nightreign. I do like this track a lot, so I think it's a pretty good like opener for the rest of the music in the game itself. And yeah, again, I have a ton of other Elden Ring tracks to do. But yeah, let me know what Nightreign tracks you'd want me to react to next. I do have Holstor, the Night Lord, Libra, Creature of Night, Maris, Maris, Fathom of Night, Noster, Wisdom of Night, and Adel, Baron of Night. So I guess these are all, Nightreign, right? So it makes sense. They're all night related. Let me know if I'm missing any. I can add them to the playlist. Please tell me which ones you really want me to react to next because I will make sure to order them appropriately. That is it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please hit that like button and also subscribe. It tells YouTube that you enjoy my content, you want to see more of it. And of course, if you'd like to get early access to these types of videos, feel free to take a look at my membership tiers. You can get the early access, your suggestions prioritized, and you can even get your names in these videos like these amazing people right here. So feel free to check it out. Again, I'm super excited to do more FromSoft content, including more Elden Ring, and I want to start on Sekiro soon as well. And there's a bunch of other games and tracks that I want to react to. So I appreciate your patience. I know there's a lot to get through, and again, I will have content for years and years and years to come. Thank you guys again for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.